Yes lads, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys the Aston Villa versus Leicester match preview. So the boys and girls, after a pretty decent result last summer, I guess, in Europa League action, as of course Leicester got a 0-0 draw against Slavia Prague in the first leg of the round of 32. I mean, it wasn't an incredible performance, but 0-0, it is still a decent result. But attention is now straight back on Premier League action, as this weekend we have a huge game against Aston Villa away from home at Villa Park. So that being said, in today's video, I'm going to bring you guys the Aston Villa versus Leicester match preview. I'll go through the Aston Villa side of things, my thoughts on the game, my prediction, but also my score prediction for Sunday's huge game in the Premier League. Just before we get into all that, make sure a big thumbs up down below on today's video if you guys are going to enjoy today's video. As of course today, I bring you guys the Aston Villa versus Leicester match preview. So if you guys want Leicester to win tomorrow, let me know by dropping a like up the Citeh. And as always, make sure you subscribe to see my face on your screen before we're now closing into the mighty 2,000 subscribers. If you guys could subscribe to the channel, that would be massively appreciated. And as always, most importantly, send me your score predictions, your thoughts on the game, your predicted lineups, all in the comment section down, boys and girls. But yeah, let's speak a bit about Aston Villa versus Leicester then, and let's get into the match preview. So then, as always, getting straight into these match previews, you guys know exactly how these roll by now. Of course, we're going to start by talking a bit about the mighty Aston Villa. Of course, this week on the channel, we had to get Villa's best content creator out there, man like Harry Batters, Harry FC. Harry is going to come on the channel today, my good mate is going to bring you guys the Aston Villa side of things going into tomorrow's game. Go subscribe to Harry's channel, link will be in the description down below. I'll be doing the watch along with Harry on the channel as well tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. It should be a good one, but yeah, I'm going to hand over to Villa's top boy, Harry Batters, and he's going to bring me and you their Villa side of things heading into tomorrow's game.
Right, hello everybody over at Sportsa. I'm Harry, I'm an Aston Villa fan if you can't tell by the shirt. Yeah, Josh had basically asked me today just to, come on the channel and basically give my thoughts going into the game. Obviously, we come into it off the back of a 0-0 draw with Brighton. Not the greatest performance at all. Emi Martinez kept us in the game. Obviously, Leicester come into it off the back of a 0-0 draw with Slavia Prague. However, Premier League wise, they come into it off the back of a 3-1 win at home to Liverpool, which isn't very good, is it? Because, you've just beat the Premier League champions 3-1. I'll tell you what's a bit ironic about that, though. When we played each other in October, right, you lads, Leicester, came into it off the back... No, sorry, Villa came into it off the back of a win against Liverpool. Obviously, we won 7-2. And now Leicester, you lads, Leicester, are coming into it off the back of beating them 3-1. So, we both come into it, our games in this season after beating Liverpool, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm not confident at all, I got to be honest. I'm usually, this season I've been really confident with Villa, to be fair, because obviously we've been quite good, but nah, I'm not confident at all, realistically. Obviously you've got a lot of, loads of attacking threats, Barnes, Maddison, Vardy, Tielemans is good going forward. Defensively you're decent as well, you've got the likes of Ndidi, obviously, your back four alone is decent. Luke Thomas was good for you in the Europa League. I watched the Europa League game against Slavia Prague and Luke Thomas looked decent as well. Harvey Barnes was 100% your best player for me against Slavia Prague, because I think realistically Leicester probably should have got the ball to Harvey Barnes a bit more, because I don't know, like he just looked like he was on it in that game, and if he got the ball more he could have created more chances and potentially created a goal. But oh well, you obviously got the second leg after you play us. I'd 100% back you to go and win your home leg and get through to the round of 16. But obviously this is the big game, Aston Villa versus Leicester City. Score predictions, I'm going to go for 1-1. I'll probably take a draw, to be fair. I'm not confident at all, but yeah, up the Villa, come on.
Right, and that is it then for the Aston Villa side of things heading into tomorrow's huge game in the Premier League. Like I said, a big thanks to Harry for coming on the channel today. Go subscribe to his channel, Harry FC. Link will be in the description down below, boys and girls. But yeah, without further ado, let's speak a bit about the mighty Leicester City then heading into tomorrow's game. Right then, Aston Villa away then tomorrow in the Premier League. Kind of a derby, I guess. I mean, both sides are based in the Midlands, of course. But yeah, it's a difficult one to predict. Obviously, Aston Villa beat us earlier on this season 1-0. don't want to talk about that one too much. But of course, last season Leicester got some big wins, beat them 4-1 and 4-0 as well in the Premier League. Won't talk about the Carabao Cup, but yeah, it's a difficult one to predict, and it really could go either way tomorrow. But of course, both sides come into tomorrow's game off the back of 2 0-0 draws. Of course, Leicester drew 0-0 last time out to Slavia Prague, and Villa got a 0-0 draw against Brighton away from him, I do believe, last time out for them. So overall, both sides are coming into the game mixed form. Both sides have been quite inconsistent so far this season. Of course, last time out for Leicester, 0-0 against Slavia Prague. I mean, it wasn't ideal, but of course, before that in the Premier League, got that big win against Liverpool 3-1. So if we can play anything like that, I think it'll be quite easy to get the win. Obviously, Villa been a bit inconsistent. It does depend which Villa turn up. It depends which Leicester turn up as well. Because like I said, both sides are very inconsistent so far this season. But of course, both sides come into tomorrow's game off the back of a draw. It's another huge game though for Leicester tomorrow at Villa Park. Of course, Villa are chasing for European football themselves. Of course, Leicester currently sit third place, joint second. A win tomorrow will be huge for Leicester. Of course, that would just cement our spot in those Champions League spaces in the top 4. But win for Aston Villa can really propel them to just towards even towards the top 4, because Villa can push for the European spaces this season as well. So it's a big game tomorrow, and if Leicester can go get 3 points, that'll be massive once again in the race for Champions League football. I think if Leicester do want to get the Champions League football, want to finish in the top 4 this season, no disrespect to Aston Villa, but these are the type of games Leicester need to be winning. Of course, Villa have done fantastic so far this season, but if Leicester want to secure that Champions League spot, we need to be picking up at least a point and pretty much all 3 points in this game away from him at Villa. But of course, it's going to be a tough one travelling to Villa Park. Of course, both sides like to play a similar style of football. Of course, that possession style of football. I think Villa really incorporated that this season under Dean Smith. Of course, Leicester just kept just involved in that just in the squad since Brendan Rodgers arrived about 2 years ago now. So yeah, overall, it's going to be a very interesting one. It's a difficult one to predict how the game is going to go, but I think it'll be a high quality game. But I'm not too sure if there's going to be that many goals. I think it might be a cagey one because both sides will be looking to pick up some points in this game. But I think overall, I'm pretty confident heading into tomorrow's game, and I'm confident that Leicester can get a decent result. I think a point tomorrow won't be a bad result, but 3 points, I'm pretty confident that Leicester can get it, and hopefully we can get the 3 points tomorrow to keep us, of course, in those Champions League spaces. So then let's quickly speak about the game then in a bit more detail. For me, I think it's going to be quite 50-50 tomorrow, just with the possession. I think both sides are going to have different phases in the game. I think Leicester might start off well, then Villa can grow into it. Leicester might end the half well. It's going to be, I think, kind of like that. I don't think there'll be that many goals in the game tomorrow, to be honest. I think both sides have chances, but of course both sides have fantastic keepers in obviously Martinez for Villa and Schmeichel for Leicester. So yeah, and both defences are quite good as well. They're very difficult to break down. So it's going to be a pretty low scoring game tomorrow in my opinion, but I think it'll be quite open. But I think defensive wise and keeper wise, it's going to be tough to score, to be honest, boys. But yeah, it's a difficult one to predict. I think Leicester may just scrape possession, but overall it might be 50-50 because, just like I said, both sides like to play that similar style of football. And just with Villa at Villa Park, obviously at home, it's going to be a bit more even. So yes, it's a difficult one to predict tomorrow, boys, but I'm pretty confident that Leicester can get a good result. So the boys and girls, that is it then for the Aston Villa side of things and my thoughts on the games. As always, let's move on to my predicted lineups. Yeah, this is how I think Brendan Rodgers will go to start tomorrow against Aston Villa away from home. So yeah, start up in goal then with Kasper Schmeichel. Of course, it's going to be Kasper Schmeichel. Of course, clean sheet last time out. Simple as that. There's nothing else to say. Schmeichel in goal tomorrow. Right, I'm moving into the back 4. As always, we're going with a 4-3-3 formation. I think you guys know what formation I think Leicester will go. So yeah, start off at right back then. The changes are going to begin to come in. Ricardo Pereira at right back for me. It looks like Castagna is going to be back fit, so I think he'll go at left back, but Ricardo going to slot back over to just that right side. Of course, got rested in the Europa League on Thursday, so yeah, Ricardo is pretty much going to start the game. So yeah, Ricardo Pereira at right back, of course, is going to be key in the game. Centre back wise then, we'll stick with the usual pair. First one, of course, being Kagler Soonchu. He's been fantastic recently. Of course, only just came back from injury, but he's came in well. So yeah, Soonchu being the first centre back. Alongside him, we'll go with Johnny Evans, who did score in this fixture last season at Villa Park. Fantastic header. I think that was our last corner scored. So Johnny, mate, if you want to do it again, feel free. And at left back, just like I mentioned earlier, I will go with Timothy Castagna to come back inside. He looks like he's back from injury after he picked up an injury in that 3-1 defeat to Leeds. So it looks like Castagna is going to be back fit. If not, we'll probably go with either Thomas or maybe Ricardo at left back and put Big Daniel Amate at right back. But yeah, boys, that was my back 4 for the game. Right, I'm moving into the midfield 3. So yeah, starts off in that defensive role. We'll be going with the best centre defensive midfielder in the Premier League, Wilfred Ndidi. You guys know exactly who's going to be there. It's going to be the king. It's just a king. Nigerian goat, Wilfred Ndidi, start in that defensive role. Nothing else to say. You guys know exactly what Wilf needs to do tomorrow, and I think he will do. So yeah, Ndidi in that holding role. Just head in that box-to-box role. We'll be going with the star man, the Belgium international of Yuri Tillemans. Of course, not the greatest performances against Slavia Prague, but Yuri, you know, he's different gravy. So yeah, Tillemans in that box-to-box role. And just head in that cam role, James Maddison. Big game for him, of course, up against Grealish, who's better. But yes, big game for James Maddison. This is obviously. Most recently, I think he has been better than Grealish, but it's going to be interesting to see how the two go up against each other if Grealish even starts. But yeah, Maddison then in that cam role. And finally then moving into the front three. So yeah, started off in that left wing position, we'll be going with Harvey Barnes. Of course, it's probably been our best player recently. So yeah, Barnes on the left hand side for me every day of the week. Right hand side, then it's difficult. It's going to be Albrighton under, maybe even Perez. For me, I think he's going to stick with Albrighton, obviously the former Aston Villa man. I can't see Brennan side under, to be honest. I mean, he came on in the Europa League Thursday, didn't really do anything. So I think it will be Albrighton on the right hand side, and of course at the top we'll be going with the main man, Jamie Vardy. Does love a goal against Aston Villa, so yeah, hopefully Vardy can score once again at Villa Park. But yeah, boys, that's my prediction. As always, do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section down below. So the boys and girls, that is it for then for the Aston Villa side of things. My thoughts on the game, and just then my predicted answer. As always, ending off these previews, I'm going to bring you guys my score prediction then for the game. As always, lads, let us know your score predictions in the comment section down below. But for me, I'm going to give a Leicester win, of course. I'm going to give a Villa 1, Leicester 2. I think Leicester will get all 3 points tomorrow away from at Villa Park. I'm going to go with Vardy to get 1, Maddison to get 1, and for Villa, I'll go with Watkins to score. It's going to be a tough one, but I think it'll be kind of low scoring. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 tomorrow for Leicester, and if that can happen, that'll be a big 3 points for Leicester on the road. My flag just fell down. Brilliant. So the boys and girls, that is it then for today's video. I can't really bother to put the flag up now because, yeah, we're basically done with this video. But of course, today I bring you guys the Villa versus Leicester preview. Of course, if you have enjoyed, let us know by dropping a like, subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already. And as always, just let me know what you guys are saying in the comment section down below. But yeah, I'll see you all for the live watch on tomorrow, and hopefully Leicester can get all 3 points. I've been Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.